All right, hello. We're back with another Madonna death date prediction. Oh boy. Actually, this is actually following on. It's actually tied into the last ones that I've done. We keep kind of tying on, which is interesting. But so we were looking at. We mentioned 528, 529, into 530, maybe into 531 as well. But where we're at right here, we've got to understand something. Where we're at here, Marty has just made this leap back to 1955, okay? And here's the fire trails from the DeLorean, okay? And he missed this. So this is where he misses crashing when these guys crash into the Fox 1 hour photo, okay? Or whatever this thing is, okay? This stand here. So he actually hits in. He doesn't hit into it, but he disappears before he would hit into it. Okay, so, and we also have the Fox on here, Michael J. Fox's birthday, 6/9, and we have the blue and white for the Virgin Mary, the Madonna colours here with the bus, with the VW bus. Yeah, we even have the VW, which again ties back in with the symbolism for the Hospice Maria with the VW sign, all this kind of stuff, okay? Anyway, so we've got him going through this thing and making the leap to 1955, and the bus crashes, and we assume that the guys in here are killed, okay, or whatever. Anyway, we have a number here, right here in front of us, that is encoded with this, okay, and the number is, we've got the 1 hour, okay. So we could change the H and the R here to, we could put numbers there instead, but I'm not going to do that. What I'm looking at right now is the 1 hour, okay, gives us two different numbers. It gives us the number 1, and 1 hour is 60 minutes, okay. So 1/6 potentially is encoded here. 1/6, okay. That's the date I'm looking at, the 1st of June, okay. What's nice about that date is there's a flip of the 9/1 that we've been looking at for the Hoover Dam, so that's kind of nice, in keeping with the JL stuff, with the flip of 9/11 being 6/11. Well, I'll tell you something else that's interesting, and I'm going to talk about this video of Decoding with Cody, and I've still got it up, but this video I think may have been removed now. I just have, you know, the way I leave all my tabs up, I just happen to have this tab still up. I'm not sure why it hasn't. Maybe it's still up, but I got a sneaking suspicion that it's been taken down by Cody, and so I still have this up. I daren't press play on it because it might think about something and reset and be unavailable as a video. But anyway, this is Donald Trump's daughter eating a SpongeBob SquarePants ice cream or something. And what was interesting about this, he started talking about SpongeBob SquarePants, and this will take us into the next video, which I'll do after this one. But I don't want to make these videos too long. I got all these tabs up, and it just gets too crazy and all over the place. So, but the interesting thing that he found, and I can't remember exactly what was going on in it in the video, but he was making the connection between Donald Trump's granddaughter and the Duck Dynasty guy that just died, Phil from Duck Dynasty, which is interesting because if you just look at the name, obviously Donald Duck, but I think they were talking about that. But the Duck, and then the Dynasty, Dynasty. I kind of like that word play. But anyway, there was a connection between Donald Trump's granddaughter and his granddaughter, who was also was a Robinson. Okay, now a Robertson, and I think Cody was saying that his name was Robertson as well. Let me just show you back in that scene something interesting. Robinson's here. I just thought that was interesting. I don't know if they noticed that in that video. I don't know if Cody's aware of that, but I just thought it was interesting. Anyway, so this is what we got. We've got Marty being reborn as he goes through this 1 hour photo without smashing up. But the Madonna character, so Christ is reborn, the Madonna character, boom, straight into it. 1 hour. But we've also got the Fox. You can get a 666 out of Fox if you just do the individual letters reduced down. Gives you a 666. So you could get the 6-1 from that if you wanted to. And we've got this idea of Michael J. Fox here. Yeah, so this link back to Michael J. Fox's actual birthday, which is 6/9. Now, if we look at Madonna's, now this is what I was telling you on that last video. If we look at Madonna's birthday, son, Rocco Ritchie, he is on the 9/5s here, 9,059 days from his birthday through to 5/31. And the reason why this was interesting is because in Back to the Future 3, Marty is playing Clint Eastwood, and Clint Eastwood's birthday is 5/31, and Clint Eastwood this year is 95 years old. Okay, he just turned 95. Rocco Ritchie, his numbers in the day count here is 9059. So what? If we click on to the next day here, 6/1, now we've converted that number with Clint Eastwood, you know, the connection there with Clint Eastwood, back to Michael J. Fox with his birthday of 9/6. Okay, we've got 9/6 numerology here with the 90, let's say 9,060 days. So is that making sense, how we're connecting through to Marty in the film through Clint Eastwood, and we're also connecting to Michael J. Fox, who is Marty in the film playing Clint Eastwood, with this day here, with this number, through Rocco Ritchie's birthday through to these dates. And what we're looking at here is Madonna, the VW camper van bus here, crashing. Now, what makes this even more interesting, actually, what makes it more interesting is in this scene, you know, when Marty's making that jump, the time that he makes that jump at is 1:35. 1:35. Now, you know, 1:35, yeah, this is 1:35 here, okay? Yeah, just read it in reverse, okay? So it's May, so let's read this in reverse. 1, 3, and then put the May in. 135. 1:35 in reverse. When Marty is making that leap, he makes the leap, he's reborn here, Madonna dies here. Yes, these numbers are on the dollar bill. Okay, so it's a super important date. This is the reverse numbers that are in the bottom picture frames on the dollar bill. And of course, 213 is on the left-hand side of the dollar bill as you're looking at the Washington side. Okay, 213 with the leaves and berries. Okay, so I mean, I don't know what to say about it, to be quite honest. It's the upside down, and 6/1 also ties her back in with what's her face, Marilyn Monroe. So I mean, I don't know what else to say. And actually, that's interesting with Marilyn Monroe and the bunny, the Playboy bunny thing, because in the dollar bill, to get to this 213 from 9/11, we're doing the 155-day jump, which is follow the white rabbit. Okay, the rabbit, the bunny ears. It's quite interesting. And the 155 days, this is going over the top of new people completely, but the 155 days that's in the dollar bill is mirrored with a 122-day jump. And of course, we've talked endlessly about the 122 with Madonna as well. So anyway, I just thought I was interested. I think I'll cut the video off here, because what I want to do is I want to come back and talk about some more connections with this now, and Back to the Future, and yeah, Madonna and everything else, because there was something that was interesting about this that I thought of while I was listening to this. I didn't actually listen to the whole thing. I listened to bits and pieces of it, and yeah, so this is why I'm a bit vague on. I couldn't remember exactly what the number jump connections and everything were, but he was going on about this connection with the two granddaughters, and obviously Phil with Duck Dynasty, Donald Duck. Oh, and also Donald Duck. Don't forget, Donald Duck's birthday is 6/9, the same as Michael J. Fox's. So again, you know, it's just crazy. Oh, and one more thing before I get off this date, because I'll just forget to do it otherwise. If we look at Madonna's thing again, remember we were looking at the number plate, it was 66913 we were looking at. I just want to mention two things with the number plate. Let me go show you the number plate. Where the hell is it? Here it is. So I got to get back to there. Remember we were looking at the Madonna was 66 years. Actually, let's just click on this. It's a little bit bigger. She was 66 years, 9 days and 13 months is what we were looking at. Okay. We're now looking at, with the particular date of 6/1, 16 days, and the 6/1 is right there. It's right there as well on the number plate, 6/1. And in fact, I think this might be the only place I can think of that 6/11 is in Back to the Future on this number plate. I can't think of that I've seen it anywhere else in the film. So there's our 6/11, there's the 6/1, and we're going 66 years, 9 months and 16 days now, because we just did the 13. It's almost like, again, we've got this 4-day inclusive thing going on, you know, like a 4-day inclusive rebirth thing. Let me just go back to it real quick and show you. So 66 years, 9 months and 16 days. I'll just show you something else that's interesting. So we've got that in the number plate, right? That is interesting. Let's drop back a second. I want to go to 3, because this is also in the number plate, and here we go. So 66 years, 9 months and 3 days is also in the number plate for Madonna. And look what date it brings us out on, 5/19. If you're a We Seek, We Find fan, you'll like that one. 66 years, 9 months and 3 days. Okay, it's in this license plate. 66 years, 9 months and 3 days. Yeah, the 5/19 hidden in there, because I'm pretty sure that this number plate is referencing back to Madonna. You know, both those trains in that final scene are referencing back to Madonna fairly well. Okay, we've got Who's That Girl with the modern locomotives, and we've got the Montparnasse Paris train crash. It's got all the Madonna numbers in it, with the Die Another Day number in there, going over into the street below, the same as going over the cliff into the ravine. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I think I've got to leave it there. Yeah, very interesting stuff. We're going to be back with SpongeBob next. Okay, all right, thanks for watching. Cheers. All right, bye.